Non più tra i farfalloni amoroso, notte e giorno di torno girano, delle belle turbando al riposo, Narcisetto a dolcino d'amor.
Morning guys, Rob from Rob Running. Hope you're doing well. You've joined us from Sardinia. If you followed us on social media, you'll know that we're on holiday. We completed a road trip on the way here. So started off with the driving down to Dover. We got the boat from Dover to Dunkirk, and then we drove across Belgium, Luxembourg. We stopped off in Germany, at a highway hotel near Freiburg, and then we carried on down into Switzerland. It's beautiful driving through Switzerland. After that we drove through to the border, just over the border into Italy. We stayed in another hotel on Lake Maggiore, and then finally we drove down to Genova in Italy and got the boat from there to Porto Torres in Sardinia. And we arrived a couple of days ago. Just been settling in really, and there's the the house, sorry. And yeah, it's been lovely. It was a nice drive down, quite tiring, so it just took a couple of days just to rest, and now I'm going to try and get some runs in. I don't think we'll be doing too many long distance runs here, maybe anything up to 12-13 miles, but yeah, it's good to be here, nice relaxing. And if you join me at 6:30 in the morning, because basically that's the only time you can really run here. It gets way too hot during the day. You know, you're pushing around 40 degrees heat during the daytime, so at the moment it's around 20, so that's manageable obviously. So yeah, we're going to go out for a quick run today. I'll show you some of the local sites, although it's quite farmlandish here, so we're not by the coast. The coast is about 15 minutes drive away, but yeah, I'll show you some of the sites on the way. So yeah, we'll get going and then I'll catch you up later. You can see we just get past this tree, but the sun is just about to poke its head up over that mountain over there. I'll try and capture that as it comes up. It's going to look wicked on camera. But here's some of the sights of Turalba. Very sleepy right now. And there's that sun coming just up over that mountain. Lovely. Okay, you've joined us on a stretch of road which is used by a lot of locals. Buongiorno. Buongiorno. The locals use this a lot, not just obviously for driving, but for their morning exercise. It was put in by the local council because they were lacking cycle paths and things like that here. So each is just one long path which goes up to a village called Tanca Marchese, and the locals just go up and back in the morning as their routine, exercise routine. It's very flat. Just ticked over a mile. So I said that we would wouldn't be doing too much distance while we're on holiday. More about just keeping things moving than anything else. I don't have another race until October, so that's fine. It means I can have some rest. I have been training constantly now since October last year, so good for my body just to have a bit of time off. So nothing strenuous. Today's run is going to be about 10k. I haven't run for just over a week, so just nice to get out more than anything else and keep things moving. It's surprising when you haven't run for a while how things start to seize up. So but anyway, on with the short tour of Torralba. That sun's really coming up now. It rises quick over here, you can see. Oh yeah, a lot of cactus growing here. As you can see, it's quite dry in Sardinia. They don't get a lot of rainfall, especially not this time of the year. You'd be lucky to get rainfall at all really across the summer months. So it's really dry, really hot, and unfortunately that leads to wildfires and things like that. The locals here are kind of used to it, but yeah, it's not great. Anyway, catch up in a bit. Okay, just got to Tanka Marchesa, sorry, Tanka Marchesa. I get told off for not saying that right. As you can see, very similar to Torralba. There's not loads here. It's quite a sleepy village, but that's what it's like in Sardinia. Lots of sleepy villages and a couple of cities. Very relaxing, if nothing else. And lots of road names like Via Don Bosco. Quite cool. Right, time to work out where I'm going next. Catch up with you in a minute. Okay, just coming back into Torralba now. Just clocked over 3 miles. Another 3 to do. It's quite tricky finding routes to run here because mapping programs like All Trails, you know, Map My Run, all things like that, OS Maps, sorry. I don't have a lot on the trails in Sardinia because the locals here just, you know, just go up and down main roads. They don't run a lot of distance, and the ones that do obviously just don't map enough. They know the local area, they don't need to map. So yeah, it makes it quite tricky for like myself when I'm running here, but I know the area relatively well. I holiday here every other year, so but I never usually run any kind of distance while I'm here. So if I do venture out on a half marathon, then I'm gonna have to really think about where I'm gonna run. But unfortunately, most of it's gonna be on roads because there aren't a lot of trails here. There are some in the mountains, but we're not really close to the mountains. They look close when you look at it, but they're not really. So yeah, but you know, We'll keep the legs turning, keep myself going, and then when I get back from holiday, crack on with the training for the next race. Right, see you in a bit. Right, we're coming into the town trail now. This is where it's all happening. Not a lot's happening, but if it's happening here. So here's the first set of houses. And the temperature's really hotting up now. Literally under an hour. You'll start noticing the temperature rising really quickly. So, even this morning when I started it was about 26, which felt really cool compared to the temperatures of yesterday. Going past some housing before we get to the main area. Okay, here's the main town now that we're getting into. Some supermarkets, Euro Spa. So similar to the spas that you get in the UK, just slightly different, a bit bigger. Some shopping, although not a lot. Petrol stations, which over here, by the way, you don't fill up your petrol yourself. Someone does that for you. Jewelleria, jewellery shops. Yogurtland. Interesting name. And down. Alba's been victim to COVID, but obviously, and just lack of people leaving, really. Younger generation moving on. A lot of the older generation stay here. There's a nice pizzeria there. It's very nice. Banca di Arbarea. Banks are notoriously expensive in Italy. Most people don't keep their money there, they keep them in the post office instead. Mind we don't get run over. Italian drivers don't take prisoners. A lot of the locals look at me funny here. They're not used to seeing blonde hair and blue eyes. They automatically think I come from Germany. I do get a lot of German tourists in Sardinia. And that, the Sticceria and Gelateria is probably the nicest one to travel. Ice cream is one. And this Chiesa, the church. See, Italians are very religious, so they go to church a lot. Maybe not so much over COVID, but in general we have quite a lot. Right, I think we're going to hang right here. I'll catch up with you soon. I just made it back from the run. Wasn't quite 10k like I thought it was going to be. As I said, that's the trouble around here, because you've got no mapping feature, you can't really tell the distances. But no, it's just over 5 miles. So but it's fine, because as I said, I hadn't run for over a week now, so it's just good to get the legs going again after, you know, all that driving that we did, 2 days in the car basically. So nice just to get the legs going and show you a small bit of Sardinia. We'll talk more about Sardinia on the next run, but But yeah, otherwise good run. It's getting warm out here now, as I say. As soon as that sun comes up, the temperature just starts to soar. So you know, before we know it, was time now 7:30 almost, and it's around 26-27 degrees already. So you know, we'll go to the beach this morning probably, and then come home at lunchtime because it's too hot to go after that. So the temperatures here are crazy. They get the wind from the African countries come through here, and yeah, it's basically boiling. So but it is a beautiful place to holiday, so we're lucky in that respect. But okay, that's it for today, so I'll catch you up on the next run. Train hard, race hard, have fun. See you next time. See you soon.